Mark Stolow, the president of the Canadian Caregiver Network and CEO of Huddle, recently joined us on What She Said to discuss the Caregiver Friendly Pharmacy Program, a partnership between Huddle and TEVA Canada. Caregivers, however, are under more stress than ever in light of the recent COVID-19 crisis. So Mark is joining me again today to share a new program that they've developed to help. Welcome back to the show, Mark.
Thanks so much for having me.
So tell me, what are some of the new realities caregivers are facing?
Yeah, I think if caregivers were feeling like they were in a pressure cooker before, it's someone just turned up the heat. So you've got many caregivers who are at home caring for family members full time now, and maybe having very limited in-home support where they may have had some help before. Also very limited time to get out of the house, which means that the home itself has now become a place for potentially more stress, more responsibility. You've got a lot of caregivers who are caring for loved ones in assisted living or long-term care, and they have no access to aging parents or aging loved ones. That separation causes a lot of stress, anxiety, confusion, lack of contact. And then you have a whole new generation of caregivers growing, particularly parents who are now dealing with kids full-time at home. And a lot of their kids are starting to express depression, anxiety, and now they find themselves as almost like mental health workers trying to also maintain their own sense of calm and collectedness.
Yeah, it's interesting because I feel like everybody is now dealing with a mental health issue. I spoke with a couple of therapists just recently on the show, and this is definitely trauma for everybody. And so that caregiver role has grown exponentially across Canada, and even the caregivers are now having to deal with their own mental health issues because of this.
Yeah, there's a whole new kind of paradigm for parenting now that no one was ever really prepared for.
Well, I just don't know where that pandemic handbook went.
Yeah, exactly. There's no in case of pandemic break glass.
Yeah.
So parents are kind of like, wait a second, I used to get 8 hours of time to myself at work with a sense of purpose. My kids were positively stimulated at school. And now all of a sudden, none of that is true. I've gotten on to conference calls with parents, and literally they look like they've, been through a car wash back and forwards 10 times. So that's part of the reality that we're trying to address with Huddle and giving them access to free support.
Okay, so then tell me then about this Caregiver Community Fund you set up, because I think it's amazing.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's a program that we developed in partnership with TEVA Canada through their financial support. And the idea was recognizing that caregivers, parents, spouses, family members caring for aging loved ones were under this intense amount of stress. And so what we've done is we made it possible for them to do a couple of things. One is to join Huddle and get free access to more than 40 health and wellness professionals for counseling and coaching. So they can do that for at least 30 days and get access to one session per week. So up to 4 sessions, hour long, for this one-to-one support and care. And we
That's
have
incredible.
mental health. Yeah, it's amazing. We have mental health experts and parenting experts and senior care experts. I mean, really anything you can imagine we have experts for. So that's one side of the program. And then of course, our community and the social side of Huddle is always available for caregivers to join in and just feel connected with others. So it's an amazing program.
Okay, so what sort of professionals are available to help support caregivers through this I think it's a virtual personal assistance. Is that what it's called?
We call it, video sessions or one-to-one video conferencing, like you would have a counseling or a coaching in person, but you're doing it like we're doing today through video. So it's accessible anytime, anywhere from any device. And you book time with these pros, and then you just connect in to join into the session. Our pros are very multidisciplinary. We have people who know how to address issues around depression, stress. We have senior support specialists, we have caregiver support specialists. We even have nutritionists and physical wellness experts. So for caregivers who are like, okay, I'd like to start getting more proactive with things I can do at home to feel better, there's really no facet of life where we don't have a pro who's available to help.
And it really is sort of a whole approach we need to take to this new reality of sort of a, not only just looking after ourselves mentally, but also physically, because you want to be in the best condition possible should you be exposed to this virus or acquire it. So there's all of that as well to consider.
Yeah, there's the physical immunity, there's the psychological immunity, and the emotional immunity, which is like, how do I find a mindset and create an environment where I feel a sense of resilience despite all of these things that are going on around me. And learning this new normal means oftentimes learning it with someone who has expertise in that area. So, we want to encourage caregivers to take advantage of this opportunity. And we wanted to overcome these barriers, people saying, I wish there was more mental health support right now, and I can't afford this right now because I'm strapped financially. We've literally just removed all of those obstacles with this program.
Incredible. So how can people access this then?
Yeah, that's a great question. So really it's easy. You go to huddle.com, it's huddol.com, and you can sign up for free. You join the community. Once you're in the community, you can select different topics to explore. And within the Huddle community, there's ways to go look at all of the different pros are available. We have a directory of pros that you can choose from. They also interact in the community with our members, so you'll get to meet them as you socially interact with them. And then it's as simple as just clicking a button to start a booking process. So when caregivers will go through the booking process and check out, they'll use the promotional code TEVA Cares, so TEVA CARES, and that will essentially render that a free session for the caregiver.
Okay, amazing. We're going to put that up on our Facebook page as well when we post the video of this interview. But you mentioned something about community, and I just want to circle back with that because it's really important. I think that people, because we are so isolated right now in our own little bubbles, that community is vital and must be, even just having that must be huge for people.
Yeah, it's massive. This is what we kind of love about Huddle, is it's where community meets care. So this is kind of the really unique outlook that Huddle brings, is that you can join in, connect to thousands of people who are exploring human growth and development and how to overcome adversity. So you get that sense of solidarity with others, and that includes your peers and the network of professionals who share in our social network. And then when you need that one-to-one undivided attention, it's a click of a button away.
Well, thank you so much for joining us again today. This is huge, and it's going to be so helpful for people. So we're going to get all the information up on our Facebook page for people to access this. And I look forward to hearing from you again, Mark.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Bye.